Hello, I'm David Roger, General Counsel for the Las Vegas Police Protective Association. I'd like to talk to you in this brief segment about texting and writing things, whether it's email or texting, because this issue comes up quite frequently and could subject you to some discipline. One of the things that I learned early on when I was elected district attorney, and I learned this from former Governor Kenny Gwinn, was his advice to me was to never say anything, write anything, do anything that I wouldn't want to see on the front page of the newspaper. And so anytime I wrote a memo in the office, I recognized that memo could end up in the hands of the public or the media, and so I was always very careful. With respect to you as an officer, so often we see officers texting information that might not be appropriate, or they post something on Facebook. And these things can pop up and hurt you, whether it's a court ordering you to turn over information, or the department having this information and disciplining you for inappropriate comments in social media, or maybe they even have it when you're applying for a promotion and it adversely affects their perception of your judgment. So always be careful. Just recently, a judge in a criminal case ordered officers to provide snapshots or turn over any text messages that they had with other officers about that particular case. Now, the court was very clear that it was only could be a screenshot or a redaction of their personal cell phone records, but it was intended to be presented to the judge so the judge could determine whether it was relevant to turn over to the defense. If you've ever been sued by a person that you had contact with as an officer, you'll get a letter or an email from the departments, and it's called a preservation letter, that says that you are to preserve or save any emails, text messages, or any information that you have about the case, so that the department's attorneys can review it and advise the court if there's relevant information. So, the point that I'm trying to make is be very careful when you are texting other officers about a case. It doesn't matter whether you have a department phone or your own personal phone. A court might very well direct you or order you to turn that information over to the court. So be very careful about what information you text to other officers, and of course always be careful with what you post on social media. Thank you very much for your time. As always, if you have any questions, please contact me at droger@lvppa.com. And of course, if there's something very pressing, feel free to contact our 24-hour hotline at PPA.